it really has to do with really only one thing. Really. You may be pulling your hair out, saying, why are there so few homes on the market? Why aren't people selling? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Bill Stevenson from Spotlight Realty, and yes, inventory has been depressed, has been artificially low for the last couple of years. Most of that is because of one reason, and that's interest rates. So put yourself in the seller's shoes. If you live in a 4-bedroom house right now, and let's say you want to downsize, you're paying $2,000 a month for your 4-bedroom house. That's your mortgage. Prices have gone up, and interest rates have gone up. So now, even if you wanted to downsize into a 3-bedroom house, a much smaller house, it's quite conceivable, even likely, that you'll be paying as much for your mortgage every month or more. So why move? But here's why I think this is going to change somewhat soon. First of all, mortgage rates have been high for a number of years now, at least 2-3 years. They've been elevated from the lows that they were before. And so some people wouldn't be exchanging a low mortgage rate for a high mortgage rate anymore. They may be exchanging an 8% rate for a 6% rate. So those people have no reason not to move. Some people like that are likely to put their homes on the market sometime soon if their family is growing, for example. So there are a couple of reasons why I think that might change. First of all, there are some interest rates have been high for long enough now that there are some people who wouldn't be exchanging low interest rate for high interest rate. If they bought in the last couple of years, maybe 3 years, they may be exchanging an 8% interest rate for a 6% interest rate. So therefore, it doesn't, they're not as likely to feel like they're stuck in their home like people who have low interest rate mortgages would. The second reason is sometimes life just catches up with you. If your family is growing, if 5 years ago when you bought your 3-bedroom house, you had 2 children, but now you have 4, and you've been holding off buying a new home, holding off upsizing, at some point that's just going to break. And people are going to just bite the bullet and go ahead and buy a new home with a higher interest rate, despite the fact that they may be paying more per month in the future. Same thing goes for downsizers, right? If they've had an empty nest for a number of years and it's time to downsize and they've been rattling around in a 4,000 square foot house and they want to move to a 2,000 square foot house, interest rates maybe won't matter that much in the future. They might bite the bullet and go ahead and downsize and put their home on the market too. So I do believe inventory is going to go up for those just very human reasons. Moreover, people I think are starting to realize that they can get a new home with a high interest rate today, and if rates come down in the future, they can refinance and then their mortgage payment will be back down where they want it to be or even lower. So I do expect this to, at some point in the very near future, cause inventory levels to rise a bit, which will be good for buyers. Good for buyers, not because things are going to suddenly collapse or get inexpensive, but good for buyers because you're going to have far more choices. The problem with that is that there'll be more buyers too because interest rates will be lower, so maybe competition will remain the same. But in any case, what you really need is a real estate professional to help guide you through all of this. And feel free to give me a call or anybody at Spotlight Realty. I'm Bill Stevenson.